Hello everyone, and oh shit, I already forgot, give me a second. I didn't turn on the camera. Well, that makes sense. Nabbit. Give me a sec, because this is honestly rookie stuff. Okay. There, I'm back. Hi there everyone. Hi there Adrian. Hi there X Gaming. Hi there Betzik. Hi and welcome. Hi and welcome. Hi there Artistic Panzer. Hi. Oh. No, we didn't have to make it. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Is it this one? Yes. Here's the thing. Yesterday I might have... Hi the Katsi. Hi. Yesterday, as we all know, was Wasted Wednesdays, and... right. Where did I finish off with stuff? I've been trying to fix Jesse. Why is there a knife? Oh yeah, I use it for opening stuff. I'm having some problem with Jesse. You see. Jesse doesn't want to print TPU, just refuses to take it in, and I don't know exactly why. So unfortunately I wasn't able to do the, so I printed this, which is I printed it. It's incredible in my opinion, the fact you can print elastic things. So I printed it. The only problem is that that's apparently it. I have a kilogram spool. This is like 20 grams, and I have a kilogram spool of TPU, black TPU, just like this, that I could normally use to print. But Jesse just refuses to.
So, what did you print this out of?
Well, that's what well, this was supposed to be 2 millimeters, but Jesse just gave up after 0.5 millimeter, and then from then on, never took in TPU again. And I don't know why, it prints PETG just fine.
Yeah.
So right now I have a loaded spool of PETG, and we'll just need to leave the TPU for now. My hope is that if I do nothing, it's gonna fix itself. I'm just kidding.
Classic.
My theory is that the TPU is being loaded at 250 degrees Celsius, whilst the maximum should be 230, so it's crystallizing. But that would be if I had to guess. Anyway, today... What will we be doing today? I'm so glad no one asked, because first of all, I'm gonna get myself some milk, and second of all, we're gonna make a list of things we'll do today, because there is a lot. There is an awful lot. I ate a big breakfast before the live stream, so that I wouldn't have to do the thing where I just like, you know, mid-stream, I'm like, oh, I get to end the stream because I'm hungry or whatever. Oh, also, I made an account on one of the world's biggest electronics bulk sellers. So now I can buy electronics in the thousands. That's yeah. The only problem is that well, there's a couple of problems when you buy in bulk. You need to buy it in bulk, otherwise it's just not cost efficient.
500 kilograms of sulfur.
It's funny because I found one really fun battery that would have been really convenient, but it turns out that the minimum amount you can buy is 5,000. So that kind of threw me for a loop. Yeah, it's very unfortunate. I still have everything open. Look at it. I still have this open. I still have all of the SolidWorks is open. All of them. Code, absolutely everything. Everything is still open.
If you have RAM, you might as well use it all.
I suppose, fair point. Hold on, I need to close out all the applications. Yes, save, yes, save, yes, save. Okay. I think I closed it all. So first of all, we need to make a list.
Oh my, there's new art. Oh.
There's what? Oh, Almaty! Oh, Almaty just...
That is brilliant.
Oh, drunk make it! What a perfect timing you, Almaty. You have no idea how perfect of a timing you have, because I did actually celebrate Wasted Wednesdays yesterday, and was It was. It was. It certainly was.
It was. You
Uh,
were quite wasted.
Katsi was there. No one else, except Tyler, I suppose.
Oh yeah, I was there, true. Technically.
There was a failure though, wasn't it? Because, like, the only thing I've learned from yesterday is that I cannot make a flamethrower. That's all I've learned.
Yet.
Well, yeah, okay, yeah, there is the backup idea, but it's significantly more dangerous. Make it, why did you still not fix the URL? Because I forgot. That's why. It's a brutal truth. I forgot. This is such a great material. I've been trying to rip it apart for... Oh, well, don't mind that.
You should do a joke in the next video when you just like drink and then you hit the mask.
That's how I drink. I don't drink actually, I pour everything on the floor. Everything, all of it. Hold on. Oh yeah, I was making a list, that's what we were doing, but first let me just pop onto... There we go. Yeah. Now we can make a list. So, today, as I mentioned, I will not let my feeble mortal form hold me back. So I ate before the stream, so that the stream will go on for longer. And we will, as such, achieve a lot today. I am determined and desperate. All of the other D words. So, for the mask. First of all, I need to reprint these skeletons again for the 72nd time. Because I have a theory. The theory is if I print with skeletons, then there are not going to be any artifacts. If I print with skeletons, there are not going to be any artifacts. That means that succeeded. And if that succeeded, then we're going to have a final skeleton. Second of all, what do we need second of all? Well, second of all, we need to design the gay lights holder, which is the holder for the gay lights. Now, if you remember, a little bit back, I don't remember how long ago, we made this. I said, oh yeah, crash on me, now, yeah, see if I can. We made this, right, on a single live stream. It wasn't that difficult. Quite of a trivial PCB, which would be really lovely, right? We'd have the lights in there, all of the lights would be controlled individually, there are RGB, we'd even have the coupling capacitors, it would be all great, all lovely, all perfect. The only problem is that these PCBs cost $2 to make, and the delivery costs 20. So, unfortunately, as nice as it would be to use them, we can't. Until later on down the line I design even more PCBs and then I can order them in bulk, which will mean that the delivery cost won't be quite as massive, yada yada. Okay, the point is, we can't really get them right now. So instead, what we're going to do is, I'm going to take these little buggers, which are the LEDs with like tiny boards, and I'm gonna put them in a row, and I'm going to on one side connect all the voltages, on the other side connect all the grounds, and in the middle connect the data pins one to the other. And then, if we connect the first data pin to the Raspberry Pi Pico, we connect power to power, ground to ground, we should be able to control all of them, like this. It won't be too easy to make, but that will be the gay lights holder. We'll make a holder for the lights, right. This is so nice looking, my goodness, I love that so much. I really need to put Journal of Drunk Science on top of top of my journal. I should also fill it with more drunk science, because I am really upset about the whole flamethrower thing. I'm not gonna lie.
The drunk note.
I was the drunk note. I really was expecting that it would work. So that's the second thing. Then we need to build the thing. Oh, another one. Glowing piercing mold. We need to also do the other one, then the glowing piercing as well.
Oh, we're still trying to do the piercing.
Yeah, because I did the mold, but the mold turned out to be way too small and just, well, if I had the nickel, am I right? Then number 6, we need to set up Raspberry Pi 5, the big boy. Then 7, we need to set up simple command pipeline, and then 8, connect the speech-to-text interface to the pipeline, which will actually allow us to make a very simple fixit. Fixit won't be able to talk back yet, but it will function. What else? Is there anything else? What else should I do today? Oh yeah, right, planning the... What was I gonna say? I need a drink. I can't deal with this. Oh. Yeah, it spins your head round. Okay. Make it the drunk pool. What else are we supposed to do today? Anyone's gonna... Oh yeah, we can try... I don't know, research... freaking... batteries. Because I will need a power supply. Or actually power in general. Research electricity. In general. Then we need how to power raspberries, all of them. Because we will need from the power. And then I feel like that's it for now. I'm fine with this. I feel like if we actually manage to get through this list today, then I can sell my firstborn to the Dark Lord, because there is no way that's happening. But you know, I'm willing to try, and we're gonna do it in a true Make It fashion. By the way, I'm so sorry, Olmate, for skipping over
You
that.
gotta put number 11, put Minecraft on there.
No, I'm not fucking doing that again. Shut up. I refuse to repeat mistakes. I'm so sorry, Olmate, for skipping over your... I did put in the back, but I'm so sorry for skipping over your art. I'm just... what's the word? Hangover. And if I lose my train of focus, then I'm not gonna catch it back up. You ready, everyone?
You can never be hangover, you never stop drinking.
You know what? I'm gonna put 11, and I'm just gonna be... set something on fire, because I'm really upset about the whole flamethrower thing. And I'm just thinking if I could, maybe I did some kind of mistake there. Maybe there would be some kind of way to...
Fireproof cat?
Fireproof cat. Oh, the smell, you wouldn't believe it. No, I'm not adding a silly 11, because we know how that ends up. Yeah, I know what happened last time. I'm not doing that again. Last time we did Minecraft, Hey, Megan, you should add Minecraft as a bit. Yeah, it'll be funny. Spin the wheel!
Surely it will be Minecraft again.
Build the thing. What thing? It was the gay lights holder, which means first we need to... Actually, I just realized I'm doing this very inefficiently. I should print the thing as I designed the gay lights holder. Alright, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna print the skeleton, and as it's printing, we're gonna design the gay lights holder. Yes, the gay lights holder. Yes. You heard me right. The rainbow. Okay, place this down. This time supports this. Yes, tree auto with organic slice plate. There we go. As you can see now, there are a shit ton of supports everywhere, and the hope is that these will help it just be better and do the thing. There we go. Print. Do your thing. Jesse, I believe in you. I know you've had your hiccups recently, but I believe in you, and you're amazing. You can do everything you put your mind to, and just you do you. Okay, first these are the lights, right? On one side they are a square, on the other side they have a plate, and we need to measure that plate. Now technically it seems to be an octagon. I know you can't see it, so you just have to trust me. However, I feel like it would be much better. Jesse, would you mind? I'm talking! However, I feel like it would be much better to model it as a circle. The reason why is because, despite it being an octagon, the sides are very, well, not side-ish. They're not really, they're about as straight as Katsi. So I feel like I really should model it as a circle. Hence, that's the idea, and that's what we're gonna do to the modeling station. the Modley session is turning on. How are all of your days, by the way? I'm so rude of me not to. I'm so sorry that the start of the stream might have been so you know, I've been just doing work and such, but I really, if I lose my train of thought, I'm not gonna get it back, so... How are your days? How are you doing? In the roll state.
I'm doing...
What does roll forward mean? Yeah, sure, roll it forward. Why is it two of them? What are you doing, Katsi? You started and I interrupted immediately.
I said I'm doing.
Oh, up top. Up top to that.
You wanna be doing?
There we go. I'm drawing galleys. Ooh. Artistic panzer drawing galleys. There is a joke to be made there, but I can't find a good delivery for it, so I'm just gonna leave it implied. Wait, galleys are what I think they are, right? Hold on, I'm gonna need to look them up.
I don't know. What do you think that is?
Ships. Yes, they are ships. Oh, look.
They do be ships.
See, that's why, you know, like panzer, as in like tank to ship. No, whatever. I feel so. Where did I get this information from? I'm sorry. From what? So, yeah, the fact that galleys are ships.
I don't know. History book.
Do I really seem like someone who reads history books?
You've been to school before.
Back in the Ice Age, maybe.
Well, you're the type of guy who forgets things, right?
Oh, mate,
Or are you dementia makers?
Of course I'm dementia maker. Unless I'm actively looking at something, I have no object permanence. Unless I'm actively looking at something, I forget it exists.
I see.
Can you uncurse me on the Discord server?
No. The answer is always no.
Oh, I love the drunk, make it hard. That's phenomenal. Okay, right.
Well.
See, that's what I was saying. Right, if I don't actively focus, I'm gonna lose my train of thought, and that's what happened. New part. That's what I'm doing. Right. Okay. I need some calming music in the background. Classical music.
The grinder playlist.
There we go. This is my super villain. I know you can't hear it because it's copyrighted. Do you know that when I was playing copyright-free classical music, my stream still got stricken for it? That's why I don't like playing music on stream. That little notification that YouTube gives you, oh, your live stream is blocked in a couple of countries, it's terrifying.
That's why you need your own music.
What should I call it? Lights. 4.3.0. 74 gunship. 74!
Those are numbers.
That's unnecessary. Too much gun.
Gun on galleys? Huh. Okay.
It's Galling gun. That's from Bloomstar. I haven't played Bloom.
I thought galleys were like fucking Greek ships. I don't think they had guns back then.
I don't know. Okay, so let's start simple enough, very simple. Recently I've been talking with an engineer who uses SolidWorks for their job, like a professional, not whatever the fuck I am, like a proper one. And they kept giving me these tips, and like, holy shit, it feels like SolidWorks has more Easter eggs than features. For example, did you know that? I mean, no one obviously knew because no one uses SolidWorks. That's understandable. But like, look at this. If you select something to the right, the selection screen is blue. If you select it to the left, it's green. And the reason why is because if you select something to the right, it only selects things that are fully enveloped by the selection. But if you select to the left, it selects things that are partially enveloped. So if I go to the sketch, for example, and if I select this, it's only gonna select this line, but if I select this, it's gonna select all of them.
That sounds like you just fucked you up as like a beginner. Like,
Like,
completely.
I wondered for such a long time why sometimes I was able to select things, some I wasn't. It's incredibly useful, don't get me wrong. Like, if I want to select just this line right here, then I can do this, right? But if I want to select the whole thing, I can just do this. It's really useful.
This should be something you do with a button. Like, I don't know, if you select with shift, it happens. Not a fucking left to right.
It is, but man, they don't tell you about it.
That's awful, bro.
Okay, hold on, let me just...
The fucking learning curve on SolidWorks is crazy.
It's surprisingly intuitive. It's just that they don't tell you about stuff. Now what can I do if the British couldn't keep it in their pants? No, that's 90% of history. Okay, let's do 7. For now, whatever. For now we don't actually care about the sizes. What we do care about though is going to the full mask. And then adding it and the lights. So we need... We need lights, there we go. And then I think the way I'm gonna place them is right here, I imagine. Maybe not like this. Let's do this. There we go. Like so, right? And then hopefully if I unsuppress the... Hopefully if I, not unsuppress, only show the mask, it should be contained and have space. Oh, no clue. What to do it, eh? I have no idea if it fits. If I had a nickel. This is such an inside joke for no reason. Okay, we open up the mask, and what we need is we need to measure this out again. Or maybe this? No, this, the top one. Yeah. Let's do the top one. Okay. For that, just sketch real quick. What is the size? 65. Oh, it's a wacky number. Of course it is. Alright. So this, could we set that as our width and could we have that work? Because I will not lie, that would help. Okay, let's try it. From a 90 to a 65.30, 22, 40, 54. And now can I mate these two together? I can. Lovely. Yes. And so then you can see. Is it just me or YouTube become worse, as in less entertaining? Ouch! Ouch! Sebas! I have feelings, you know? My goodness. Wow. Oh, in my heart. Yeah.
That is rough.
Words like sticks and stones may break my bones, but words hurt like hell.
I can comfort you with words.
That sounds like a euphemism, but I can see how it is, and it gets me worried. Okay.
What do you mean euphemism?
It sounds like a euphemism. I just said.
For what?
I don't know, that's what gets me worried. Okay. How I need to measure the balls. Well, they're not balls, they're circles, but
Too small to measure.
They actually are pretty tiny. Hey, don't make fun of my tiny balls. Where's the measuring device? Has anyone seen my measuring device? There it is. Wait, I just noticed something. You are joshing me! Jesse, that is... No, I'm gonna rip you to pieces. I'm gonna rip you apart till the very sparks cry for mercy. Okay, I'm back. Yes, I know you stopped. I am fully aware. You're already sliced, aren't you? Okay. Print plate now. Not PLA. But G. Okay. Now I feel bad because of misunderstanding. It just hurts, you know? It's not too terrible. It's like heartbreak or, well, just a terrible pain. I'm fine. It's whatever. I don't even care. Shut up, Jesse. You wouldn't know. That's a 10. That's a centimeter. Oh fuck, that's a lot. A centimeter is a lot. Yeah, right? That's a lot. That's a anyway. A centimeter is quite a problem for me because then right here, here's what we need to do. We need to edit the underlying sketch. And we need the width of... Actually, we don't need the width of a centimeter, do we? We can keep it as a 7. Let's see how the 7 is holding up. Exactly. Let me just quickly hide this. And show this. Oh, never mind. It's holding up great. Oh, we've still got so much space. Come on. Ridiculous. We're going for centimeter and a half. Let's go for 50. We've got the space to spare. Why is it dark? Because I don't get much sunlight in my office. Okay, that might be a bit much. Let's do... Can I just do 1.2? Only do just 11. Go back to bed, bye. Alright, Sebas. Good night? You said go back to bed, not... I imagine... Good nap? I don't know. Well, let's keep it as an... If I was really cared, then I could do like a proper... Hold on, I think I can. Oh my goodness, oh. I think I can. Please tell me I can. That would be so neat. Can I have this? I don't think I can. If I remove the vertical requirement, vertical and horizontal, if I remove this requirement and remove this requirement, only keep that one, then oh, can I not make content on the face? It's not gonna like I'm guessing if I did this and this, yeah, and I can make content. I can't do it to the face. That's very annoying. There we go. Oh, I feel so clever for doing it this way. This is really quite clever. But it won't be all that easier. Yeah, design later on will get a bit more complicated. Right here, this gets me a bit worried. We can delete the line and we can do it like this. We can have this line go like so, I think. This doesn't feel right. Pierce? Oh, I think it was supposed to be Pierce. Well, does Pierce mean that you need to be actively attached? Okay, yeah. Then Pierce is what we were looking for. Why can't you do anything with faces? I would really like to do something with faces. Yeah, because this is just ridiculous, come on. And to just add a line, it goes like this. That's very silly. Invalid, no longer present. Oh, you are invalid or no longer present. Hi there, Share. Hi, welcome. The computer's working overtime? What do you mean? What do you mean, Artistic Panzer? What do you mean the computer's working overtime? It was, but not anymore. What do you mean? What happened?
What is madam?
I don't know what you think happened. I genuinely do not. I should take your medication. Yeah, so this will intersect the head. Mate, we can delete this mate, that doesn't really matter anymore. If we go down, does it give us more space or less? It should give us... No, if we go up, that gives us more space to a point. Oh, this is so hard to design! Yeah, so right here, this one, this line, not you, the line, there we go. Okay, that could be a maybe. Don't really trust it though. It's like it would intersect. Top, yeah. If I edit this to be ever so slightly lower, that's already 2 millimeters. That's already pretty thin. Damn it. Unless I select, hold on. No, unless we just go back in the... Yeah, let's do it all. We're gonna keep this. And then size-wise, we're gonna do an 8. And hopefully this will last us. If not, then... Oh well, whoops. Printing this will be a challenge, because on one side we want holes, on the other side we also want a hole, which means we could only print it on the side. If we print it on the side, supports will be necessary. If we print it with support, it's gonna be a massive pain. Okay. That is unless we do it upside down. Oh. Well, I'm more than willing to try that. Okay, so basically, what we'll need on top then is a linear pattern of 8 LEDs. So, in order to get it, we just create your sketch. We move it, we set it up to be at 10. That appears to be the size. Then, from the beginning to the end, how large is it going to be? Because we need the distance, we get a rectangle. Distance between them has to be x, and then so the x will be just number of total minus 1, which means a 7. 7x, that will be the length from the beginning to the end. Considering how this entire thing is 63, that would be 63 divided by 7, which is not nearly enough. Which means the actual length, which means this would have to be just the connector. And the actual length would have to be somewhere close to around 80. Which means we need to go to the base, set this up to be for construction. Maybe just leave it though. Or maybe go even further and just delete those in general. I am struggling a lot with this, because I'm trying to come up with a design on the fly. Thing is, I'm printing in the background and haven't been just sitting idly doing nothing, because I forgot to load the filament. That would have been quite silly, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's my idea.
You ain't silly.
I would never be silly. Set up the whole thing to be a decimeter. Like this. Then we center it. Like so. And leave it there. After that, we add in the sketch on top. And we have 8 of those little buggers. So we set up 8 of them. Nine, isn't it? Yeah, there's 8. We connect them with lines. Then we set up all of the lines. Megan, I know a bit of Java, so where do I learn C and Python? If you know a bit of Java, then learning C should actually be pretty easy. That's because, well, learning C++ should be easy, if you know Java. Because C++ is Java without the extra rules. So once you remove the rules, you know, the classes, the whole entire class business, once you remove that, then that's basically C++. So C++, I would say, is a bit cleaner. And then from C++ to C is a really easy hop, skip, and a jump, because it's just like C++, except you manage memory yourself. So you have more freedom. Which means that the journey from Java through C++ to C is basically you removing like arbitrary rules out of your language step by step. And then when it comes to Python, there isn't really that convenient of a path, but that's simply because Python is made to be simple and easy and usable. So Python, as long as you're a programmer, you will just be able to code in Python. It doesn't really require any technical background, I would say.
Yeah, Python's easy.
Yeah, I mean, it's meant to be just coded without any technical background. So whilst for languages like Java, like C, you need to know a fair bit about the computer you're coding on, for Python, not really. Oops. This and this. I'm sorry, no, this is incorrect. I actually meant midpoints, like so. And I think this should be fine then. Well, we would like some more space on the edges, I imagine, for like a tiny little bit more space on the edges for the attachment. Do you know some websites or books that I can refer to? I don't think you should learn it from a book. I think you should look stuff up when you need to. However, when it comes to websites, one really convenient one is W3 Schools.
I was about to suggest the same fucking website.
Yeah, but I mean, the reason why that website is convenient is because if you look up something like, I don't know, how to open a file in Python, if you look it up, then one of the first results would be Geeks for Geeks, also a good one, and W3 School. And both of them just give you like a little snippet of how to do something. So these two websites are absolutely phenomenal.
W3 is fucking great for learning.
I have a really hard time differentiating between Geeks for Geeks and W3 Schools because they have such similar designs. I just...
Do they?
Yeah, they're green and dark grey. And whenever I look them up, I just don't like register which website on because it's irrelevant. Okay, so we have this. Then what we do is I absolutely did not need to press the button. Now we don't need this cut to go all the way through. We want it to go just a little bit lower down. Oh, this is gonna be so precise. That's a big issue. That's a really big issue. So first of all, let's add some more tolerance. Instead of 10, let's do 10.2. And then, yeah. So that's our cut on this side. And then going through it, we need the empty hole for the LED. LED is a square. How big of a square are you though? Let me see. I applied for a job and I was looking for some Java help. They called me and told me they wanted to interview me. How do you accidentally apply for a job? That is incredible. Oh my goodness. I am adding that to best comments. That is phenomenal.
Accidentally fucking applying for a job.
Oh, that is hilarious. Okay, it's a 5.
Job jump scare.
Being in a job is already an accident. Okay, so this could be a 5. Like selecting left and right in this case has genuinely helped me a lot. Because on the first swipe I wanted to select all of them, on the second swipe I only wanted to select the top. That's genius. Wish I knew about that earlier. There we go. Now if we do horizontal, then yeah. They are.
And yeah, the circle squares.
There we go. Wait, which one was horizontal? This one. Yeah, we don't care about it being horizontal to anything. That's because right here we'll have the. Oh my goodness, you are the wrong way! How did that happen? Way. There we go. Full construction equal. Oh, what is up with you? Why are you like this? Good. Good. Stay. 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 Good boy-ish, whatever. Close enough. Okay, now, which one of you lot? You, there we go. Now we can move it up. And then, oh, you quit messing up over there. This one right here and this point right here have to be in the same spot. Perfect. And now, where is you? I think it should be this one. No. Ah, whatever, I'll just leave it. Now we can make them smaller. And now all we need to do is make this size appropriate, which means we go in, we need to measure the distance between them. Say something like 12. It should be fine. And then right here we need to set them to also 12. Oh, of course not! That would be too easy.
They would never be.
Because it's middle to middle. Okay, so actually what we need is we need fucking the middle, like this and like this and like this, and then we need them to be all for construction, and then this needs to be 12. Perfect. Fucking hell. Okay, and now we can just change the size of the individual squares. Well, let's pretend we can. Small dimension, and this needs to be a 5.2. Why is that invalid? For what reason could it possibly be? Why oh why would that be invalid? Damn it! Welcome back, X Gaming. Welcome back. I'm gonna delete all of this because it's absolutely bloody useless. And instead we're gonna do it differently, which is we're going to set the midpoint to be on the same height. Then we're going to take the top point and we're going to set it to 12, 24, 36, 42. Perfect. Then we're gonna set their size to be 5.2. Perfect. And then we're going to select them and we're going to just make a linear sketch pattern in this direction. That's correct. 12 and then 8. That was much easier. Now we can extrude cut. And this is where all of our LEDs will be housed. Yes, it will be much easier with a PCB, but you can't always get what you want in life. Sometimes you gotta make do with what you got. So perfect. This is the... well, that's actually kind of it. Yeah, because now all we need to do is just on the top, add the connectors. Can I fit in a 6x6? Absolutely not. Fortunately, I'm pretty certain we can just change the size without any repercussions. That's because everything is, yeah, everything is made in relation to the middle. So that's nice. Okay. Oh, actually setting them to be equal is idiotic. Just as setting this to be vertical. Perfect. Now what? Well, now we want them to be, I imagine, 6 millimeters and thickness of 3. I guess then we could use the really small screws, so. Okay. 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 Perfect. And now, hopefully, if I just, for some reason my taskbar isn't working on the other screen. There we go, now this. Now we get back in here, we get this. Ah, fuck. Obviously. Obviously, there has to be a problem. It'll be too easy otherwise. It's intersecting.
That was a problem.
There's this one as well. If I cut it open somehow, very lightly. That's a very dumb fix, but I don't really have any clever ones. The right side doesn't need that much of a cut, but at this point we might as well make it symmetric. Noblement. If we were clever enough, we could actually... if we were clever enough, could we just use this mounting hole as the same mounting hole for this sort of thing? We make it shorter. Seems like, yeah. What would be the right size? It would be the total size minus 6. That's the difference between them. Total size minus 6, which means right here. What is the distance between the holes? We could use the even lower ones. That would give us even more. But using the even lower ones could be problematic. It's a wacky 100 and... it's a very wacky number. Alright, got it. So this plus 6. That might be too small. Or maybe not. Never mind, I don't think I even needed to have a nickel. This is not concentric. You oh maybe it is.
No flake is required.
No flake was required. I feel like this is just come on. Oh please not intersect with anything. Okay. I think we might have nailed it. There we go. Yeah, this is where all the LEDs will be, and they're all like this, and then the cabling will go this way. And honestly, we don't even need to attach this mounting hole, instead we can use it for cables. We can have the cables go out like so. In the future version, we can just add a hole for cables, it would be just fine, but for now we'll have the cables go this way, out, and then right here, very convenient access to the Raspberry Pi. And then the Pico we'll just connect one of them to the thing, ground, and then should we use the voltage from the Raspberry Pi? That's a good question. I imagine no. Instead we would need to route some kind of power supply right here. We'd have to do it regardless, just to power the Pico, which honestly just, yeah, more reasons to do so. Okay, there we go. We designed the thing. Spin the wheel. What's next? Reprint the skeleton. We are halfway through that task. Well, 1/4 because we need to reprint both the bottom and top. Connect the STT to the pipeline. Now, this is once again one of these tasks that requires a bit of background, because in order to connect the STT to the pipeline, we need to construct the simple command pipeline. Fortunately, no, we will need a proper machine to test it, which means we should probably also set up the Raspberry Pi 5. Fine, let's do it. Let me have a sip. Okay. I know it's really dark. But this is the Raspberry Pi 5. I've been absolutely so excited and waiting to use it. And now it's as good as any. That's because all I need is a card, which I should have in one of my boxes. No. That's not it either. That's not it. That is not it. Where's my... There's a lot of wacky things I've got here.
Is it? What's the wackiest things you have?
An axe. In my electronics box. Or 2 metal plates. Just like 2 proper metal... Found it. Or a gun. I don't know, whichever one it was. Okay. 128 gigs with this one. With this one I went for the upper shelves. The Zero has only 32, which was, I'm pretty certain, the cheapest one. In this case, this was the most expensive, 128. The difference wasn't all that big, to be fair. I probably could have gotten the most expensive on both of them, but cycling and while driving, a wasp or some other bug under my shin stung your driving. Oh, that's pretty annoying. And in the asshole as well. Let me just brighten up. There we go, there we have it. That is the... This will be the memory. This will what will let Fixit remember me.
Is he gonna have a better memory than you?
Maybe. Alright, there we go. That's all I wanted to show with the camera, because now I'm gonna turn the camera off. And that's simply because I need to unplug it in order to make space for the micro SD card. And now the Raspberry Pi imager, and we do the thing. Choosing the proper, so the device would be Raspberry Pi 5, beautiful. Choosing the proper operating system will be important, because we don't really want the typical one. We won't really have any use for graphics. Well, we will have use for graphics, but not in this way, not as a desktop. Which means I imagine we want Other, and the light one seems nice. Yep. Hold on, I need to check what the settings are. Edit settings, yeah. This. Mask Alt 5. I know you can't see anything, but that's because I'm setting my settings. And with all due respect, I'd rather not show my passwords. To be fair, they are the lowest security passwords, but still, I wouldn't want to show them. Okay, there we go. It's writing. And then once it's done writing, we'll have a Raspberry Pi 5. Now that bad boy, yeah, I can think.
Yeah, no room.
In the meantime, as it's writing, I'll be right back. I need to take care of my acid, because my acid is clear already, which means...
Oh, bathroom.
Okay, I am so almost done with the acid.
Okay.
Oh,
you
so almost done
concentrating?
with the acid. Hold on, I need to wash my hands first before sitting down.
Okay.
It is. Oh, it was written in the background. What perfect timing. There's only like one more batch, possibly two, and then it's all done. Okay, so now that this is done, we can.
So much acid.
So much acid. Acid is good. I like me some acid. Okay, we can switch back to the full camera. Hold on, because it. There we go. And now we can take out the card, splendid, put it into the card reader at the bottom. How sneaky. There we go. And then run this sucker. I'm gonna put it in my mask now. And of course I am not ready to run it because I am missing the power supply. So give me a second, be right back. Okay, and I am in fact back. I really hope the cable will reach. Oh, it seems to reach. And I also hope that the cable will be enough to power it. Oh. That should be it. I should really put in something like more dignified. I don't have anything. I can 3D print like a case or something. But for now we're going into the egg. There we go. So that's the thing. And then funny enough, this on the side is HDMI port. Micro HDMI in fact, which is the same one that I use for my camera, which means I can just reach up and then
That definitely is terrifying.
there we go! We're doing the same idiotic thing where I need to watch my... Oh, hold on, because the text is in the way. Oh, yeah, I need to plug in my keyboard as well. Hold on, we're doing the same thing again. Ah, shit.
Unplug mouse, plug in keyboard, unplug keyboard, plug in mouse.
Yeah, we're doing the same thing again.
I've not solved this yet.
Well, last time, I don't know if you remember, I did solve it by sticking the original plan. It's just that this time it's order of magnitude easier because Raspberry Pi can actually handle normal fucking standards.
You don't need 50 adapters this time?
Yeah, this time I don't need, because it has USB, like the big USB, like on the computer.
Oh.
Make it.
Not that.
Haha! Suck it, nerds!
I will gladly suck it.
Oh, now you made it creepy. Network is unreachable. Right. How do you connect to the internet on a... I need to look it up. I'm just gonna look up Arch connect to the internet. Connect to Wi-Fi, because like if I look up Linux, it's gonna show me like Debian or Ubuntu, and all of them are going to have just normal graphical interfaces. I need the autism community to help me. I just realized how much I bone myself at this point. Because what I actually need, like I can't really show this on stream, because I don't want to leak my passwords. which means that I need to turn off the screen, right? But if I do that, I won't be able to see it myself. I kind of bummed myself a bit. Just a bit. Slight issue. I mean, I can fix it easily. I can just, well, I can just unplug it as a camera. And I can just plug it instead of one of my monitors. It's so wacky because now I can operate my left monitor with a mouse. There, this is what I see right now. I can't see any of you all, so hold on, I need to open up the chat. There we go. Bruce working in the dark. I really am at the moment. Yeah. Hope you all don't mind. You know what I'm gonna do? Can I do the be right back thing? There we go. This is what we're going to. This is what the live stream is gonna be for a second now. That's because
the gay lab.
The gay lab, yeah. This live stream will return shortly. I just need to really quickly turn on Wi-Fi on the Raspberry. So, how are you all doing, by the way? How is the day going? How is Oh, that's wacky. Good. Glad to hear it's good. Yeah. The weather recently has been crazy, yeah? What's today's stream about? Well, today I reckon, I know it doesn't seem like it, but today I am actually being very productive working on a lot of projects. The only problem is that right now I am connected to something which I cannot show because I'm trying to connect to the internet on the Raspberry Pi. Wait, what the Raspberry config? I should stop saying talking about that because you can't see, that's boring. I'm working on the mask mainly, my fun festive mask from the two most recent videos. I have to go, but I will be right back in a moment. Alright, Adrian, alright. System options. Oh, what system options? Oh, got it. Okay. Understood. I'm gonna have to fucking add in the password manually. What did I do the pre-installed settings for? Passphrase. Yeah, the passphrase is 30 characters long. Would you ever make more of those math vids? Got me doing calculus my own. Crazy. Maybe. However, I am struggling a bit with finding topics for mathematics videos. Because a lot of them are very technical and it's really difficult to find a convenient angle. So that's my main problem. Bingo.
Did you make a Gutarian video?
Quaternion? The second one, the Octonian one? No. No. That, to be fair, yeah, I could have probably done a bit of that. SSH. Oh yeah, right. I was trying to type in fucking Windows keyboard. How do you turn on Windows keyboard on Windows? The on-screen keyboard? Settings. What's the Windows keyboard? Fine, I'm gonna plug it back from the Raspberry. The one on probability, I hate probability. Surprisingly enough, probability-wise, videos, I feel like they're overdone. There are too many videos on that. I could do it with simulations, maybe, I suppose. SSH 192.168.109.
Oh yeah, what are we doing here? Simulate a bunch of stuff.
Hold on. There we go. We've done it. Simple. See? That's what all you haters get for not believing in me.
Everyone hates everyone. Everyone.
This unplug, this unplug. There we go. Are we back? Roughly. Oh, Windows is crashing with the amount of moving windows. It had to just calculate. Okay, the point is, now we can connect the to the Raspberry Pi with the SSH, which is nice because that means we can code everything up. So that's good. That's good. That's great as well. What I could do now is I could do like a bit of a mounting piece for the Raspberry Pi, so that wouldn't be scraping everything, you know? Because I feel a bit uncomfortable leaving the Raspberry Pi just like that on the floor. I also need to plug in the camera. Oh, where is it? This one. Yeah. Let me see. Okay, we seem to be experiencing some technical difficulties. But not anymore. I said but not anymore. I said but not... What I said was... What I said... Fucking... What I was saying is that we seem to be experiencing some technical difficulties. However, in this present circumstance, at this specific time, in this location, what the words I've used, I believe, are, if I am not mistaken, but not anymore. There we go, fixed. We're back. Okay, so now, just to put it into perspective for you all, this command line right here controls this machine, this device, which is lovely. Because what it effectively means is that we have our 0, we have our Pico, we can control both of them. Okay, I am really uncomfortable with just leaving the 0 on the 5, the 5 on the floor. It feels really wacky, just plop it on and leave it hanging. So what we're going to do as well is make a little case for it, because I love my... How hot is it getting, by the way? Oh, that's really hot. Like, I think that it's overheating, if not for the fact that I genuinely know that they get really hot, because, well, they're full computers. In a really tiny package. So right now
You
what we're
cook
going
dinner
to
on
do...
them.
I imagine you could actually. Right now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna unplug it. I don't want it to break. I love this thing so much. And then what we're going to do is we're going to make the case. So,
What is okay?
we won't be able to place it on the mask actually, because it's already getting quite cluttered with stuff. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, this thing so much. It's getting already really cluttered. That's why instead... Actually, I guess maybe we could even fit it on top, but we're not gonna. We're not going to. Instead, we need to make a new file, which will be... actually, do we need a new file, new projects entirely? There's another project I started on the side. I didn't really do it on streams much. That was the power supply. I didn't really work on it on streams much because it's a bit of a offshoot, I'd say. But I think another one right here being computing unit 1. So CU. Yeah, then we have power supply unit, we have computer units. We can actually shorten it just PU, I suppose. The PSU won't fit in the theme. Whatever. It is the power supply, not the power unit. Whatever. Okay. Now. New. Assembly. Okay. And this is going to go into our computing unit. SolidWorks. There we have it. And let's call it for what it is, which is no, yeah, perfect. I really like how often X Gaming complains about me not responding to their comments. You know, those amazing comments like gambling, ping test, 3 seconds. Type this in, and something that I imagine will probably just delete my operating system. Then that repeated again, and again into CMD. Add water cooling, hamburger. Really, just a lot of potential there.
Respond to those insightful comments.
Okay. Now for the Raspberry Connect, let me think. For now, I imagine it would be just... Yeah, for now we're just gonna do a connector, nothing major, nothing exciting, pretty simple. For which we will need Raspberry Pi 5 schematic. We need these sizes. No, that's... I clicked on the one schematic, is not what I'm looking for. Very quite annoying. Schematics, yes. Oh, it should be in the documentation, shouldn't it? Raspberry Pi. Okay. No. Yes. You. That's process, I'm an idiot, right? I clicked the wrong thing. What we're actually looking for is schematics and mechanical drawings on the Model 5. Beautiful. This is exactly what we were looking for. So, the screws I'm pretty certain used are, they look like M2s, so I'm just gonna test with an M2 real quick on the sides. Just very quickly. Yeah, it's always an M2. So there we go, these are M2s. Which means that... First of all, we're going to start with the top plane. Sketch. Rectangle. The size between the top ones is 58. The size between the bottom is 49. There we go. Then it's going to be a bit backwards, I imagine. Well, is it? In a way. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of an odd way to design it. Just a bit. Should we use freeze for... whatever. All of these equal, and all of them F3. And let's say 2mm thickness, I imagine should be fine. Right. On the schematic says that the inner hole has 2.7 millimeters and the full circle is unknown to man. It's just a mystery. No, 3.5 on each side with 5, so it should be around 6, which means 3 plus 2 needs, no, it should be 1. There we go. And then the inner one can actually, well, the outer one can actually be 1.5 and the inner one can be a 2. Actually, it's 2.7. Oh, that's ridiculous. What am I doing, by the way? Why am I doing a distance between them? That's idiotic. Let's do right here. Let's try to mimic it. 2.7 and then outer appears to be a 6. Like this. Then what we do is, SolidWorks might struggle with this a bit. It usually does. Never mind! Good job. We have a 10. Do we need a 10? No. We need like a 5 at best. There we go. And so these will be our openings to which we'll attach the Raspberry. Now. Not later, but now. Where do we go from here? Well. I'm getting a bit tired, which is a bad sign. Because there is still a shit ton of work to do. From here, we mimic those. And we'll need to make the actual connectors, which means a crisscross. I really like the idea of a crisscross for some reason. Oh, it just hit me right here. This sketch. Oh, I know why. I love the music playing. There we go. Midpoint to midpoint because we like it to be centered. Beautiful. And then right here. Perfect. And basically, I imagine from each one of these, we'll have a line going in. That's gonna be tangent. So bye, see you next stream. Alright, bye Adrian, bye, have a good one. Beautiful. Then we'll need to remodel this. Right. Ah, piss off. There's obviously no weapon. Right here. Beautiful. So now we just trim the outer bits in each and every single one of them, because they are just simply not needed. Then we trim the inner bits. Oh, that's curious. Concentric, but not only concentric, also this. There we go. And then the crucial bit, which is that this right here has to be centered properly. These two have to be equal. This has to be centered properly. Okay. Forwards, backwards, they don't actually have to be the same. Could you add something to make the mask's eyes move like the Spider-Man mask? Unfortunately, no. That would be a very, very elaborate and expensive system if I wanted them to move like that. Will I have them going out? No.
What do you mean move?
Well, you know how basically how animators have a huge problem with masked characters, and so basically for that reason, because there are no facial expressions, so what they do is whenever a character has a mask, then they usually try to like communicate with the eyes, and so in Spider-Man's case, the Spider-Man eyes are very mobile, so in the movie they get like narrower, bigger, or they move around a lot. Like for example, when he's shocked, then the eyes get way bigger all of a sudden. But unfortunately, that's very expensive to do and very difficult.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I'm figuring out how to set this up. What if I set it up like this, and I just set up equal distances from each side? I don't even need to center it, but I set up equal distances from each side. Oh, piss off. There we go. Now we can regulate it however we want, and we can make this ever slightly bigger. Something like, I don't know, 2 millimeters is usually the standard I go for. Yeah, and this will hold in the Raspberry Pi in place. However, we do want it to function as a connector, not just as a holding thing. And for that, we can try to do something wacky maybe. Why not? Let's have some fun.
Something quirky.
Yes. And we can have some fun by selecting a circle like right here, for example, and making it just big. So it's something like a centimeter, why not? How do you see? Yeah, exactly. It's surprisingly difficult to... Like, eventually, Rayhan, I might get into micro designs, and I might start making microcircuits. And when I start making microcircuits, then micro displays and stuff like these will mean that I'll have a lot more space to work with. And then it's a maybe. But even then, it would somehow be best achieved mechanically, I imagine, and that's a lot of really tiny mechanics. Micro mechanics are a bitch. It's basically... Hold on. Bless me. It's basically the most difficult... cheers. That threw me off for some reason. I'm losing previous action. Bless you. It's basically the most difficult kind of engineering, micromechanics. It's just really difficult. Micro circuits are fun. I really want to get into them eventually. Simply because you... Like, with integrated circuits, it gets pretty fun. Because building them blows my mind. Honestly, it's like surgery. Designing them is a tad bit easier, because it's effectively really similar to designing big circuits. The only difference is that you need to actually mind of the size of your parts. That's actually genuinely the only difference. When you're designing big things, you really don't care about the size of electrical parts, because they're all tiny anyway. So for example, my motor drivers, like, I don't need to mind the size of the motor drivers I'm using, because the motor drivers are like less than centimeter by a centimeter. That's absolutely tiny. But when you're making microcircuits, it actually starts to add up. What would be the size for it? I imagine something like... Let me measure it real quick. A decimeter? A decimeter could be a bit rough. Really hard how to fit the thing. Well, with microcircuits, the most difficult bit is building them, genuinely. Because fitting them together, things are really tiny when you're designing things. Building them, that's really rough. Let's do 120, why not? 120, but that's not the outer one, so 100 right here. Yeah, and then we want to move it in a way so that this... Can I set it to be tangent?
I don't know about all.
Like that?
Bye.
Well, but okay, I didn't even get a chance. If I extend these, and then trim this. Yeah, then we need to repeat the whole process at the bottom. Can I have these two be parallel, by the way? Or will it mess everything up? I can! Huh. I was genuinely expecting it to be a big problem. Okay, then right here, let's do the same thing. Right, so this is something. Can I move the circle even? Oh yeah, because it's already tangent. Would this be fine? I kind of like the bit of a wacky design, you know? And then the only thing we need is right here, we need to add the holes again. Not too difficult. And then in some kind of 4 places, I imagine. You cannot hear my PC, I can guarantee you. My PC is actually very quiet. Yeah, let's center it to this. Vertical. I really have a really good PC when it comes to loudness. Horizontal. Perfect. But to the statistics, because Artistic Panzer did this as well earlier on the live stream, I am going to add 1 to someone mistaking my 3D printer for my PC. So that is the 7th time this happened. If I had that nickel. Okay, and then right here we can set this up to be 4, why not? Right, and so this will basically be our computing unit, which will just be the Raspberry on its own for now. No point in overcomplicating it, it's simple. Well, we might overcomplicate it later, but that's because that's what these mounts are here for. But that's for later, not now. Okay. Why am I feeling so exhausted? I shouldn't be feeling this exhausted. I haven't done anything yet. Well, we've barely gotten through the skeleton print. There's still so much more to do. Okay. No, I needed to, I don't know what's happening to me recently. But like I just get tired a lot. It's a really bad sign. I'm getting older, that's the problem. Anyway, I think I might be it. Most people already left the stream. So I feel like we have to call it quits for now. As always, I'm gonna go work on the videos, and there probably is gonna be another live stream later on in the day. And on that stream, I hopefully will have all of my prints already finished, so that'll be fun. And for now, that'll be it. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye.